Welcome back to Project 94 for another Diecast review, and today we're taking a look at another one of the Winter Circle Advent Calendar cards. This one right here was on the front of the box. This one right here is going to be Cole Custer, and it's 2023 Haas CNC Ford Mustang number 00 for the Stewart Haas Racing Xfinity Series team. This car was initially DMP'd for I have no idea what reason why, and then it was revived by the Winter Circle Advent Calendar. So how cool is that to have this die-cast made? I've been really needing to get a new Cole Custer car in my collection, and this is an interesting way of getting one through an Advent Calendar. How cool. I'm really happy this car got made. I'm really blessed to have it because, man, it's been a while with that 2016 version that I got in the Authentics line, but years later, we have ourselves a new one that came out of an Advent Calendar of all things. So, yeah, pretty interesting stuff, but here's the die-cast out of the box right here if the camera will focus. And I gotta say, man, this is a beautiful looking livery, a very, very cool 00. And I believe this is the first Cole Custer car ever to have the new 00 font. I don't think they made any 2019, 2018 ones. Man, this is a really good looking car. And I will say this though, the one thing I'm not the biggest fan of, this is very obviously not the new Mustang mold. This is still the one from like 2018. So it doesn't have, the giant beautiful grille and headlights. It's still the outdated looking Mustang. So yeah, I'm not a fan of how Lionel still hasn't given us a new Mustang mold for the 164. They gave it to us in the 124 and never made the 164, which is mind-boggling to me. But anyways, it still looks pretty good. Of course, you're going to have this side as well. I'm giving you guys a quick 360 view before we start this video. Nonetheless, here we go. You got the Ford, well, it doesn't even have Mustang under there, because in real life, this part's supposed to be super thin. The grille's supposed to be way bigger than this. You got a few, scuffs on the splitter right there. That's quite unfortunate. But then, you're going to have 00 right there. You're going to have Stewart Haas Racing. And then you're going to have the really, really small contingency sponsors, which we will get to. Of course, you got Stewart Haas Racing with the hood vents on the Xfinity car. Quite interesting. They're more of like a decal hood vent. But nonetheless, you have those because the new Mustang would have those little nostrils right there. The Haas logo is covering up that vent right there, but that's just the way the template was made, so it's not a defect. And looking at the front right there, you got a bit of a chip on the splitter right there. That's kind of cool. You're gonna have Simpson, Sunoco, and ARP. You're gonna have the blue Goodyear logo with the yellow Goodyear logos on the wheels themselves with black rims. You have the 75th anniversary logo for NASCAR. You have NASCAR Xfinity Series in purple. You're gonna have the NASCAR race car logo 00. Cole Custer's name with his flag. They're going to have Ford, Haas, Mobile One, and Rush Truck Centers. HaasTooling.com. Of course, get the more detailed exhaust. Pretty cool to have that. Haas CNC. You got Mobile One. Dixie Vodka. Dixie Vodka got on this 164. Man, I guess they forgot to take off the alcohol sponsorship before they put this in the pack, but I'm not complaining at all. Always greater to have a more accurate car. Got Haas right there, and the Mobile One logo's next to that. Haas CNC. Got the rear view camera right there. You're going to have Haas GT00 and the Ford license plate right there on the back. The taillights do look pretty new as well. That's pretty awesome because it is supposed to be the new Mustang, not the older one. Then you have HaasTooling.com right there with the little tool symbol, just like what was on the door. Then you're going to have Haas CNC. And 00 on the roof, no banners or nothing because it's an Authentics Winter Circle car. So for the paint scheme itself, it's spray painted all white with a black splitter. Then you're going to have the black spoiler and, of course, the black roof rails by default because the whole top is black. You have a silver outline, a black shadow, a red outline, and a white number fill-in with the very original 00. And I'm not talking about the original one. It's just the one he used to have in Xfinity from 2018 and 2019 with the new font. So yeah, finally I have a die-cast in the 164 with that style 00. And on the door, it's going to have a black shadow, a white outline, and a red number fill-in. Looking very, very sharp. That's just the main colors of this car. Just the black, red, and white, and gray. Red 00 right there. White 00 in the back. And now it's time for the paint scheme review to start. Of course, get the Biofuel logo right there with a piece of hair stuck to it. On the front, you're going to have the black kind of scuffed splitter. That's just, like I said, you roll the dice with the type of quality car you get in an advent calendar. The corners of it are going to be red right there. The corners of the splitter. Whoa, the camera just got fuzzy right there for a second. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Focus, man. There we go. Nonetheless, here's the front splitter right there. The red and black. It's got the black, or the red corners on the black splitter. There's the better way of explaining it. Then you have a really cool design on the side. Of course, you're going to have a little spike right there. It's going to be dark gray. And what's cool about it is that's not just dark gray or black. It's a gradient fade. As you guys can see, it fades. And you can probably tell really a lot right there that it fades from the lighter gray to black, which is super cool. Spike right there with the red outline with that gradient I was mentioning. Then this top pattern right here. The whole roof is black, right? But it's part of the template, and it swoops down onto the front contingencies right there. Spikes right there with the red stripe. It just looks super sharp. It just kind of pokes out of the A-pillar right there with the red spike, and of course the black following through with it. All black on the top right here. And of course, going to have the red outline that continues from that stripe right there. Pretty cool. It just fades from like the dark gray to being all black on the top, which is very cool. I like that a lot. Then, of course, on the quarter panel of it, or on the rear to the quarter panel, you're gonna have it start to be. It's gonna start to formulate right here. So you're gonna have the dark gray kind of fading into the black, and then the red stripe doesn't start over here. It starts at the top, right by the tool right there for Haas tooling. And the red is going to go from being super thin, it's going to thicken as it goes up onto the rear quarter panel right there, of course, with the dark gradient gray fading into the black. Leaving a lot of room for that nice Haas logo. Looks super cool. I always loved the Haas logo. Then on the back, the red stripes are cut off by the taillights, and the lower bumper is black, and the upper bumper is white. And of course, the deck lid's all white as well. And it's the same design pretty much all around. And I'm giving you more close-ups because I'm confirming it. This is actually what the diecast will look like when you get yours out of the advent calendar during this 360 view right here. I'm really glad this diecast got made in some way, shape, or form. You know, it's been a while since we've gotten a Cole Custer, any diecast, especially an Xfinity car. So to have an Xfinity exclusive in here is pretty interesting. It would be really cool if we got a Riley Herbst diecast of some kind. It doesn't have to be the Monster Energy. You can give us any of his other sponsors, because I'm sure he has other sponsors. But bottom line is, we need a Riley Herbst 164 to go with this Cole Custer one. I just think it would just be super cool, because then you could have the two Haas guys in there. I'm pretty sure I could do an Xfinity Series diecast thing now we updated this Cole Custer car. But here's the top profile of these thick, big, and long Gen 5 Xfinity stock cars. Yeah, I just always liked this design since it was revealed. I was hoping that we're going to get this diecast made somehow, and they did. It's just an exclusive. You have to pay $50 to get it. Here's the chassis right there. Of course, 2023 Ford Mustang. Well, that's a lie. Because I just explained that the front of this diecast is not accurate. And even if you compare it to the box art, you could tell that it's not the right Mustang. But, you know, a simple decal package can definitely make that look better. Diecast Buffet has a pretty beautiful looking Mustang decal package that he uses for his Xfinity cars. But nonetheless, here's why I'm so excited. We got this. It's a replacement for... Snap my fingers so it can show up on camera. It's a replacement for... Let's try that again. Oh, man, what's going on? Now we're talking. This is why I'm excited for this car. We no longer have to use this original Cole Custer. Man, it has been that long. And I believe this one... Let's see what model year this is. 2017. So it's been since 2017 that we've gotten a Cole Custer Xfinity Series 164. So this is very historical right here. Look at that. It's been so long. I mean, you could definitely tell how long it's been. How the 00 has evolved. How the way he writes his name on the windshield has evolved. Look at that. Quite the difference right there. Of course, they still have similar color schemes, but you could tell the 2017 was the really original, really basic design. Of course, rookie stripes on that. He's not a rookie no more. He got demoted from the Cup Series. So, as you guys can see, the design right there. Very, very cool. And it's awesome to have an Xfinity Series diecast from another team. And it's another thing that I frickin' hate about the releases of these Xfinity cars. It's always Junior Motorsports or a small Chevy team. And every once in a while, we get Supras, which we never get any Supras. And we especially don't get any Mustangs at all. So, Lionel really needs to get their stuff together with the Xfinity Series. We should be having way more of these things. But nonetheless, glad we got this because I was kind of getting tired of using the original Cole Custer. This is literally what I've been using for the 00 for so long. I mean, look how outdated. Like, the font has been updated now. And for me to still be using this, I'm just going to add this to my normal collection now. But nonetheless, yeah, that's why I'm so excited for this. I'm so hyped to have finally a new Cole Custer diecast. So thank you all for checking out this diecast review. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next diecast review. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecasts.